Yeah. Yeah. Guess who came back with a large fucking fist to eat the Brooklyn blast furnace? I brought your ugly bitch with me. Your shit is sus. Ain't nobody trying to hear you talk. When Jimmy's on the mic, they take your whack shit and turn it off. It's real life, not them stories that you punks say. He made it out alive, and he's relatively unscathed. So subscribe to the podcast and share the post and tell your stupid friends to do the same. You heard it here from Coast.
I've never done anything like this before, so.
No, all right. Well, welcome to fucking the podcast world or whatever.
Yeah.
I just pressed. We're recording right now. Another episode of the Brooklyn Blast Furnace. We got a rookie here. That's cool though, man. Like some people just don't do them. Some people talk a lot. Like I've had like Craig from Sick of It All on here. I don't know how many times. Like there's certain people that just like the bullshit. Some people, like, it's funny that you're wearing the shirt. Like Bobby, he does not do podcasts. He just doesn't do them. And you watched it. He even said, he's like, I probably will never do another one again. You know? So without further ado, my friend over here, the drummer of Legend. Bro, for the old school hardcore kids, not even really old school. It's not old school, but early 90s, mid 90s, Disciplinary Action, man. Like, fucking amazing band. I think I might even have the 7-inch somewhere floating around here, the original 7-inch. But, yeah, man, welcome to my little nonsense that I do on occasion here.
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. We actually, we got together, it was like 88, 89. And
okay.
Then, we did the demo in 89.
Right, the first demo was 89, and then what was the 7-inch came out 90? I had the 92 7-inch.
Yeah, that's the only other one we did. And right now I just remastered everything we had and like 6 songs we recorded in 94 that we never put out.
Really?
Yeah, which I'm going to put out.
That's fucking cool news, man. Is there like, are you going to put that unreleased stuff out separately? And like, is there like a title to that, like EP or whatever you would call it?
I don't know. Like, we've never had a title to anything.
I know.
The demo was just our name. The 7-inch was just our name.
Yeah.
My guitar player was like a very touchy fellow on things like that. Like, when we played, we absolutely will not play more than 30 minutes.
Right.
Hardcore is 25-minute set. That's it. I was like,
it's old school, though.
Whatever you want to do, dude. And he's like, yeah, that's what I do. 25 minutes, 30 minutes, stops. We're done.
Nice. Well, short, sweet, to the point, like punch you in the mouth and just get on with the night.
Yeah, well, he was a strange cat. Like, I tell you, how he got in the band was crazy. Styler was the one who got me into hardcore music. I was never a hardcore guy. I was Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple. You know, that was my thing. Iron Maiden. And he just wanted to do a band. Originally, it was me, him, Dean, which was our bass player. Dean was playing guitar. And we were just fucking around in the studio. And when we started, we were just playing like covers from Black Flag, Murphy's Law, some Black Sabbath covers. You know, we just started playing. And this guy opens up the room door. And he's like, yo, I heard you guys are looking for a guitar player. And I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And our bass player, who's never played bass in his life, he sucked. But he was just one of our boys. Yeah. He just turned and he was like, listen, ask this guy if he could play the bass. So we asked him. He goes, yeah, I play the bass. So I said, come in next week. He comes in next week. He opens up his thing. He plugs in. It's a guitar.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing? We're not looking for a guitar. And he just starts ripping into this thing. And Dean, the guitar player at the time, just looked at us. He goes, yo, I can't compete with that. I'm playing the bass. Nice. So we hopped on the bass. And, you know, that's how we started. He just joined the band, like, kind of pushed his way in on his own.
Yeah. Was this at a studio out on Long Island? What part of Long Island are you guys from? Just for the kids at home.
I'm from Oceanside. Greg Styler was Oceanside, Rockville Center. So was Dean and Scotty Reed, the guitar player. He was from Belmore.
Okay. And did this all happen like in a studio or someone's like fucking house basement?
No, it was in a studio in East Meadow where we used to rehearse, where we started to rehearse. And then we continued there. And then, you know, shortly after that, we just got a PA system and we set up a studio in the place I was at.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's ridiculous to keep paying, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fucking. How old are you guys at this point?
I'm 57.
No,
and then?
And then, yeah.
Well, that was 1988, so I guess I was about 20,
Okay.
22 maybe or something.
All right.
You know?
Yeah. Fuck. So do you? Let's just real quick. I know I touched on it before I pressed record, but I had to ask you if that was like an original Biohazard shirt. And
yeah, this is classic.
Bobby gave that to you how long ago?
Bobby gave me this, had to be about 35 years ago.
That's insane. I know that it wouldn't be for sale, but I bet that you can get a lot of money for that on eBay.
Nah, I wouldn't even bother.
I know that.
This, right before Mucky Pup took them to Europe.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It was their first time leaving, and Mucky Pup had a choice to take a band with them.
Yeah.
And they chose Biohazard.
Yeah. I knew all those Mucky Pup guys from way back, too, like Baby Chris, even like their original bass player, Tapeworm, and all those guys. Like, yeah, man.
They used to hook Biohazard up. I remember a show in Jersey, and
Studio One, probably.
I don't know. Just, I forget the guy's name, the singer. He always wore the cowboy hat. And he was like, listen, I'm going to be hearing shit for this, but this club won't let my friends play in this club because they thought they were racist or something like that. So they went in and it's their guitar tech, the drum tech. And he goes, I don't care what they say. If they're going to bust our chops, this is Biohazard.
Oh,
they just jumped on the instruments, played, and the fucking place went nuts.
Awesome. Yeah, old Biohazard days. I try to, there's no way I could actually put a legitimate count on it, but off the top of my head, I'd probably say that Biohazard was the band that I've seen the most in my life, the most amount of time.
Same here. I used to bring those guys around. Like, I was like almost their little tour guy. I mean, we packed them in my van, and I drove them for years.
Yeah.
Boston, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, all over the place there. I met Evan at the old Ritz. It was a Super Bowl show, and the first video was on there with Mio playing. And I turned to my bass player, and I was like, yo, that's the band that fucking Reed says. He goes, he tunes down to like D or something. And Evan turns around and goes, that's my band. I was like, fuck you, that ain't your band. Looked up, and it was his band.
No
shit. And then I just became buddies with him then, and then we just started chilling together.
So you met Evan back when Mio was still in the band?
Yeah, I've seen Mio play with them a few times.
Yeah, I never saw Mio play with them, but I became friends with Mio, pretty good friends with Mio, after he was out of Biohazard and he started the band New York City Strength.
Yeah, I've seen them. I think I've seen them somewhere.
Yeah, they didn't play out a lot. New York City Strength was a strange thing that was going on. Like, they played a few times, but they never were very consistent. But a lot of lineup changes, a lot of, I don't know what was really going on, but there was a lot of stuff going on. But that's when I got friendly with Mio, and that was probably, they put out their first demo in 90. So, yeah, about 90, 91, I used to go to Fast Lanes all the time and watch them practice. I was a young kid, too. I was like 14 or 15 years old when I started hanging out with, like, Mio and all those guys. And that's when I met Evan. Old man. That's when I met Evan when he was still delivering pizza for Lenny and John's.
Yes, he had that little Mitsubishi car, I remember.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like, yo, let's call for pizza. And Evan is at my door with, like, delivering my pizza. Yeah. The next thing you know, it's like, I'm sitting there with, like, the house band at L'Amour's, man. They played all the time. Great band, and I'm so happy that they're back together, and they're in Europe right now, just killing it with Life of Agony, like all shows. Great, good for them, man.
Yeah, I was so happy to see them all back together because I don't know, I really didn't like. Not that I didn't like it, but it just wasn't Biohazard to me. All the other stuff, even though they put a lot of work into it,
sure,
it was different to me, and I don't know, it wasn't just.
Yeah, I won't shit on it at all.
No, not one bit.
The same. It just wasn't the same.
It just wasn't for me. Like, right. I think that they were one of my favorite bands. When I just listened to them, I just hear the sound,
Me too, man.
Danny with that hip hop, metal, hardcore beats he does and shit.
Yeah.
It's just, he blows. I wish I still had it. I gave it to my friend's nephew. I bought Danny's old drum set when he had those 22-inch bass drums. He asked for it back one day, and I was like, oh, I gave it to somebody. He asked me if I can, if I still had it. I bought it for $200. It was like a 13-piece, that big white set he used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were going. That's when Sam Ash was giving them their instruments and shit.
Yeah.
And one of the shows they were doing, like we stopped there, and all brand new shit in boxes still. They gave them. We loaded them up in the van, took them to a show. I think it was Pennsylvania or somewhere. And these guys are busting open new boxes to play a show and shit.
That's awesome.
They all got
Danny's. So you bought Danny's kit for like $200.
$200 I bought it.
How many shows did you play with Danny's kit?
Oh, many. But I didn't use the whole thing,
Right.
I didn't like that whole big, I had a double bass kick. My set is a 5-piece set.
Yeah.
I don't like big sets. I'd play on a big set, but I wouldn't. That's not my gig, Yeah. Our music was, pretty much straight up strict hardcore. There wasn't rolls all over and shit like that. It was just straight to the point,
Yeah. Oh shit. So let's get. Do I even preface this? Let's get into the into disciplinary action and like what happened and what the deal was, because I did have another guest that maybe his story was a little bit convoluted.
Well, that was Kevin.
Is that a good segue? I don't even know.
Yeah, no, it was Kevin Caputo. He played, I'll tell you everything about him. Great musician, don't get me wrong, Yeah. But I have to set the story straight. I didn't even listen to the whole podcast, so I don't even know what else he might have said.
I don't remember. All I do know is that I see, because I'm friends with him on Facebook and shit, and he is highly entertaining.
Oh, no doubt. I've known Kevin forever. I know him for 40 years.
He makes me fucking laugh, man.
But, like, first off, I heard something on there that he said, he was like, he praised us, but he was like, it was hard to practice. Like Scotty Reed, our guitar player, he'd smoke so much weed and then he'd disappear. I was like, Scotty loved smoking weed. He would smoke so much, he wouldn't put the guitar down for 6 hours.
Right.
So, like, I'm listening to it, and the thing that really got me was he mentioned that every once, we were great friends, but he said, like, sort of we had this love-hate relationship, that he had to go school me and shit a few times. And I've had 2 confrontations with Kevin in my life. One was, didn't even know him yet. I was having a fist fight with this guy at a bar. This is before DA even existed. He comes running up with a cast on his hand, clocks me across the face. Okay. It was like 10 guys. There was 2, me and my buddy. So I was just like, you guys are fucking pussies, whatever, left. Became friends with him after that. Then the only other confrontation I had with him, it was after DA stopped playing for the first time. We were at a bar. Everyone was hammered. And the bartender was throwing him out of the bar because I don't know what he did. I'm not going to get into it, because I don't know exactly what happened. But He's screaming, fuck you, I'll kill everyone in the bar, I'll burn this place down. And people were getting nervous. Yeah. So I was friends with him at the time. I went to go over to him like, dude, they're going to call the cops. He spits in my face, punches me in my nose, and I fall backwards. I get up, and my buddy's rolling around with him on the pool table. Now, I could have went over there and started swinging, but I said, nah, I ain't fucking let him go, So those guys rolled around, and that was it.
Okay.
So if that's what he considers, he had to come back and school me a few times. I mean, the guy's out of his mind. I mean, but
I can hear him saying that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, like, I give him props as a musician, and I've known him for 40 years. Yeah. He would fucking, if there's 20 guys on top of me at a bar, I know he's jumping in the middle of it, even though he's get destroyed.
Right.
But listening to that, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And I mean, when he first joined the band, our bass player was late a lot. He had some issues with drugs, this and that, which I did in the past as well. But he was late.
Did, man.
We had a show. It was our first New York City show at Bond Street Cafe.
Okay.
Kev just happened to be in the room when we were ready to, rehearse. Dean doesn't show up for like 5 hours. He finally gets there and we're like, Dean, sorry, bro, I love you, but you got to go. We turned around to Kev, we're like, Kev, you got 3 days to learn fucking 13 songs. He went home, got his bass, and he learned those 13 songs.
Fuck. Okay.
I mean, I gave him that. He was great like that. But, and like to go on your podcast and start doing this big interview about DA and shit without even asking any of us was bullshit.
Yeah.
He was in the band, like I said, I don't know, maybe 2 months. So, if he would have said he was going to speak about us, I wouldn't have said no.
Right.
But, you don't just do that shit when, you weren't part of the band. You're not on any of the recordings. You never wrote any of the music.
Right.
You just, I don't want to sound bad about it, but you were pretty much a rental at the time. You just came in. I mean, we were planning to keep you, but then I don't even know what happened. He just, he was flaking out too. Evan got us a show at the Ritz at the Super Bowl of Hardcore.
Yeah.
He got us in the middle of the set going on after Sub-Zero and right before Marauder. We're supposed to be there.
I think I was at that. Was that that was 92?
It's somewhere around there. Yeah, because it was right before the 7-inch came out.
I think I was at that one.
And we were supposed to go on at not on. We were supposed to do a sound check at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
Kev shows up at 6 o'clock. I had Rick from Marauder at the time. He was already practicing with us, DA and Sunrise, because I'm like, dude, we're playing. We'll play without a bass player. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And it was funny because Styler, when he walked in, he goes, Kev, just to let you know, this is the last fucking show you're ever playing with us. And it was.
Fuck. No shit.
Done. But he played and he killed it, But like I said, I give him props as a musician.
Yeah.
I don't like the music he does. It's not my style.
Right.
And, me and him do have a love-hate relationship. But, he would always have my back in violent times, We've had a lot of bar fights and he's always there, got my back. No doubt, 100%. But, oh, no, there was one other thing there that I heard, too, that he had a problem with VOD.
Really?
You don't like them anymore. And he said something that they...
Why not? VOD's a fucking incredible band. Go on.
But he said on your podcast that VOD offered us $25,000 for the rights of Sunrise. Where he came up with this...
Yeah,
I'm like... How do you even come up with shit like that? And when I
don't even remember him saying that, but that's crazy.
He's like, oh, that's my recollection. I was like, dude, that's just an outright lie. Where would that come from?
And why would
I don't know.
At that time in 92, where would they get 25 grand to give you that's insane for
I think this was even before 92 because it was before this. Well, yeah, I think it was before 92. I mean, I love VOD. They warmed up for us at the Right Track Inn. Okay. And I met them through Styler because Styler was a locksmith and Tim worked at the deli next door. And I told Tim when I heard him play, I go, dude, you guys are going to fucking skyrocket. Yeah. To me, they had, not that they sound like Biohazard, but they just got that sound where you don't even got to be into that music. You could be into disco and hate that music. But if that plays, your foot's going to tap.
Yeah.
It's got that rhythm.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, bro, you guys are definitely going to hit it big.
Yeah.
And they did. I knew they were going to.
Yeah. Are you going to go out to their show that they're doing out on Long Island soon?
It's at the Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. I just started to go to shows again. I didn't go to shows.
I'm going to go. Time. I'm fucking going out there. Fuck it. Bro, it's the 30th anniversary of Still.
And I don't even know their albums. I know the first album, which was the demo. Okay. That was the first album?
It still was the first EP, yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, they came out with the Green Drip album, the one with the weird green drip on the cover, the self-titled.
Oh, but that's the second music they came out with.
Right. Which is in my top 5 all-time hardcore records, is that Green Drip record.
I'll have to go listen to it again because I really know the demo a lot,
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you,
I think there's several songs from the demo that made it on to the record.
Oh, they're on there. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we've played with them a few times. A lot of small shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sure you're a fan of Neglect, right?
Of course. How could you not be?
Yeah, I got a great one with him.
Neglect is fucking insane, bro.
First show we ever played. It was a place called the Core in Smithtown.
Okay.
And as we're fucking driving in the parking lot, I see all these little skinheads with their fingers going like this. And I'm like, we're getting in a fight before we even play our first show. So I get out and this kid comes over. He's like, yo, it's the Zoid crew. It was Brian, 14 years old.
Oh, fuck.
And then I just became buddies with him. I met him again we played Archie's birthday party. Remember Archie?
Archie SIB, yes.
Yes. We played Archie's birthday party in Holbrook. It was one of my favorite shows. It was in a garage. People were hanging from the rafters in the garage.
Awesome. Those are the greatest fucking shows, man.
And Brian's band played. It was called Vice Grip.
Okay.
And I was bugging when he said that. I go, you got to be kidding me, because we had two other names before Disciplinary Action, and the first one was Vice Grip.
Sick.
Then it was Broken Hinge, and then it was Disciplinary Action, and then I just broke it. You'll see that on the first Hazard album. It says Jeff Lanzetta, and in parentheses it says Broken Hinge.
Okay.
Because we were Broken Hinge right then.
Nice.
But yeah, Brian, I love Neglect. Even though I love the guys. The music wasn't exactly totally my style.
Right.
Songs were long to me. I like short songs.
Yeah.
But they were just killer. He was, when I first met him there, they used to all come to my house. I told him one day, I said, yeah, come on to my house. You know, we got the studio there. We'll all practice, have a barbecue. I was like, you could bring a couple people. He comes to my house with like fucking 30 skinheads.
Of course he does.
Like, dude, what the fuck? And they were sleeping over. I was like, you know, your band could sleep in a jam room, but these guys are sleeping outside in lawn chairs. You know, I'm like 1,030 people. And when he came there, he was straight edge. He used to come to my house with a bottle of Pepsi and a bag of black licorice.
Really?
He was a strange cat, and he would always have his little pad out. Because out of nowhere, he's writing lyrics down. He's writing lyrics down. And then you see him sitting, and then he's writing lyrics down. I go, what are you doing? He's go, I got something in my head. I got something in my head. He was definitely a strange cat.
Black licorice. Strange.
Black licorice and a bottle of Pepsi. And then one day, all of a sudden, he's got a beer in his hand, and he's smoking weed.
Yeah. See, Long Island. See, I'm from Brooklyn, so it's like, and plus I was of a certain age. I was younger and stuff like that. So I very rarely was at shows out on Long Island. Like whenever like you guys would come into the city or Brooklyn or whatever, that's when I would see you guys. Like especially back then, I was only at a handful, if that, of Long Island shows. It was just like I didn't have a license at the time or whatever, so I was just, you know, you can't just take like the subway out there. So it was very strange for me at that time. Just a weird thing. But I know that you guys had an insane scene out there. Like,
well, we played there for a while before we played the city.
Yeah.
Who got us into the city was a girl named Michelle Francisco. She was, you know, the band Summer's Eve.
No, what is it? What is it? Is it fucking named after the douchebags?
Yeah, it was this girl punk band. And we're playing this show, and I see this little chick, little skinhead chick, cute as could be. I was like, oh, I'm in love with that little girl. But of course, you know, drummer doesn't hook up with no girls. Who hooks up with a Style? So Style, now she's going out with Style, and she was all friends with all the guys, the punk rockers in the city. So she's the one who got us first into the city to play. Like we played with, she got us a show with Summer's Eve, with SFA.
Nice.
Sea Monster. I forget, Perseverance. I don't know if you remember.
I'm very familiar with SFA.
Yeah,
we played with them. Been going on for a while.
Yeah, she was all friends with them, with Brendan. Brendan, I think it was his name. Yeah, she was all buddies with him. So she's the one who got us in the city, you know. And then Evan started getting us a few shows here and there, you know. I would never ask. My guys would be like, yo, how come you don't ask? I said, I don't ask for shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for nothing. Yeah. When he got us the Super Bowl show, I didn't ask for nothing. He called me up. He goes, dude, I got you on the Super Bowl. And it was like 2 weeks before it was out. Sick. We were only on the last time that they put it out there in the papers with the names on it. Yeah. We're only on the last one. You can look at the week before that, our name's not on it.
Oh, shit.
You know, he got us in perfect. He got us in the middle of the set, which you couldn't ask for anything better.
You can't get better than that.
You know?
Do you still have that kind of shit?
Somebody
have the actual original flyers and shit?
I don't. Styler had it framed.
Okay.
He's upstate though. I don't really speak to him, you know. Okay. He's in his own world.
Yeah.
But that's like, you know, that was the beginning of our city shit, and you know. And then we never really played out far, you know, Jersey maybe, Rhode Island, some upstate shows. And we really didn't travel anywhere, you know. It was Styler wasn't the most friendliest guy. When you know, like you'd see Neglect play, and he's like into the audience cheering, you know.
Yeah.
Styler he didn't connect with the audience. A lot of people, like, you know, when we went to shows, like when we played with Neglect, Like a lot of the skinheads and hardcore kids would come up to the front, you know. As soon as Neglect came on, and all the other kids, like the metal kids, everyone else, they all came. They wouldn't come near us on the thing, you know. It's just like I don't know what it was. I think maybe we were older than when Neglect came out. They were younger than us. I don't know what the deal was, but
yeah, we was maybe a little intimidating.
I guess so. I mean, to me it wasn't, but I guess to those kids they were, because a lot of them were, you know, they had to see Neglect. They were younger, you know, they're like 10 years younger than us and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, they just, I don't know.
Yeah. That's a shame that you guys weren't around for longer. But you did make a little fucking imprint there, though, because you guys, I mean, I've listened to it not that long ago. It's like, I'll be honest, right before, I'm like looking up a couple of things just in case there's something like refreshes my memory about whatever. And I put Sunrise on. I'm like, this shit is hard, man. Like, that shit is hard. Like, What's Wrong and fucking Dead World and all that shit. It's good shit, man. It's straightforward fucking hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, Reed was definitely, you know, I think he was a master at playing. You know, like he would just play. He lived in the studio. I worked with him for a while. So him and Style lived in a back studio for like a year. Okay. So we worked together. We were working on trailers. So we would go in like 4 a.m. We're back at the house at 8. So we would just practice all fucking day long, rehearse, you know, writing shit. Me and him, you know, he wrote all the lyrics to everything with Scotty Reed. Okay. And the music was me and him. Wow. You know, he just, you know.
So you said you have like 6 songs that were never released.
Yeah.
And they're all.
My boy Bobby Hedrick, I just mastered everything with him.
Okay.
I'm trying to get, actually, when we broke up, me and my guitar player made a band with, I was dating this girl, Nicole, at the time. She played the bass, and we had this guy, Mike Walsh, singing, a band called Adrenochrome.
Okay.
And I can't find the shit anywhere. I don't even have my own demo. It was like 6 songs we did. I'm trying to find that shit too, because I'm putting everything. I'm just remastering so I have it, you know?
Sure.
But the DA shit, I'm putting the shit out there. He also remastered, we played live on NYU.
Okay.
So he remastered that, you know, because what am I going to let it go to waste for, you know?
Yeah, fucking put it out there, man.
You know, and that's not like I'm looking to make money off it or nothing, but, you know, I'm putting it out there.
Why wouldn't you? I'm fucking curious. I want to hear that shit.
As soon as I'll get a copy and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Are you gonna press any? Are you gonna press it? Or you
yeah.
You know,
I'm pressing
7 inches and shit.
I don't know what I want to do with it yet. 7-inch CD. I don't know yet. I mean, I don't know how. I guess 7 inches still do. People do use them and shit. I don't have a record player, but surprisingly, because like my boy Artie had to hook this thing up, of course, because I don't know how to even use a phone. I'm a Neanderthal. You know, I could build your house, but technology is not my gig.
Listen, you're fucking better off. You're not fucking missing nothing. But listen, one thing though.
Today everything is done on this shit.
Yeah, I tell you though, like fucking vinyl and 7 inches, they're back, dude. Like I have a record player. I don't even listen to it. I don't listen to records. I listen to fucking, I'll like stream shit or whatever. I'll put on the radio, whatever. Like Sirius XM or whatever. But I don't listen to actual records. But I collect records because it's like the artwork and because it's the old school shit. You know, you have the liner notes and the lyrics and all that shit. So that's how I came up. So and then vinyl was dead for a long time. And then all the hipsters started to come out. And then, it's like a retro thing and brought vinyl back. So like Agnostic Front and all these bands, they put out limited edition, little short limited runs of 7 inches that they just sell like that. Generation Records, the sponsor on the podcast, like Generation Records puts out records. Like an exclusive Generation Records release, boom, and they put out different color vinyl and all kinds of shit, dude. Like it's pretty fucking. It's not difficult to do.
I'm gonna look into it. I'm not sure. I really didn't think deep into it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely putting it out no matter what.
Awesome.
I wish I could find the Adrenochrome and put that out because that was a lot different. A lot different from DA. It's a lot of double bass. It just was different. I liked it a lot. When this guy Mike Walsh came in, my guitar player brought him in, and he actually sang like a DA song with us. And I was like, dude, I go, get this fucking guy out of here. He fucking sucks. And he goes, oh, just give him another chance. Come back. He goes, I'm not having him sing that old shit. We're just doing all new shit. So me and Reed wrote like 2 songs. And he just came in and started singing these lyrics to it. And I was like, dude, it's fucking great. It just, it wasn't him singing in someone else's shit.
Yeah. So who would have it? Like, what was the last? Did you? I mean, you probably had it at some point, but someone has to have it somewhere.
Well, Scotty Reed, my guitar player, he's got the only master stuff I have is from the 7-inch. He's got the demo, he's got all that, and he's like, I don't know. We didn't go off on bad terms. He did the reunion show with us. And that was like pulling teeth though. He wore a mask and everything. I was just like, what the hell, dude? He goes,
When was that? 04?
Yeah.
04. Okay.
He did it with neglect.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He's got all the shit at his house. And he's just like, a good friend of his was telling me like, he doesn't even call me anymore. He doesn't return calls. And he called me a while ago. And I started talking to him. And I started doing something with my old bass player. And I was like, yo, why don't you come in? Because I don't do that shit no more. I said, listen, we're not going to play live. Me and Dean wrote like 3 songs. This is only like 3 years ago. And I was like, why don't you I'll give you the music. You don't even got to see us, I said. I'll give you the music. If you like it, go to the studio and just put your shit to it. Just for the hell of it. We're fucking, I'm not looking to do shit. I want to just play it. I miss it. And he was just like, I don't do this shit no more, this and that. Like, I never understood how someone just doesn't pick up a guitar anymore.
Yeah, especially being
when
he
did the reunion. Yeah, we went to the studio and I was like, he's like, oh, I just brought guitar strings because these things haven't been touched in 10 years. I'm like, you're full of shit. He opens the thing. It was like an inch of dust on his guitar. He's like, I haven't opened this thing in 10 years.
Really? Yeah, he's strange.
He's a strange dude. And, my buddy, I'm not going to bring his name into it, but he grew up with him. Yeah. And he was just like, he doesn't call me back anymore. I don't know what's with him. He just went to his own world. And he's a stay-at-home dad, had a kid. His wife owns this big pain management place. And he's just in his own world and he doesn't communicate with nobody no more.
Really?
Yeah, and Style is upstate. He doesn't communicate. The only one I really ever speak to was my bass player, Dean. But
is he excited about you putting up, all the new DA shit?
Yeah, he's into it, but he's married with 2 kids, Yeah. He's not into that. We tried to do something together and it didn't really work out. It worked out, me and him, but long story, just didn't work out. We brought this other guitar player in and someone else singing, and it's a long story, but it didn't work out. So we just left it at that. I've been looking and talking to some people about doing something, just even if it's just to play, and if something happens, something happens.
Fun, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I just miss the drums. I miss playing because where I'm at right now, I can't have a drum set where I'm at.
Right. Well, you're sitting in a place where there's all sorts of shit goes down.
Well, I just started working with Artie, so I definitely will kick on a kid here and there, but I'm just the place I'm at right now. I can't have anything there.
Well, tell Artie to fucking put more on his fucking plate and put something together with Artie.
Well, I figured once I was gonna get some shit and just play and put a recording, I was just gonna give it to Artie, say, hey, check it out, you like it? Yeah. Maybe put something to it,
Put something to it, yeah. Put him on the spot, fuck it.
Because he blows me away when he plays.
Yeah, man.
He is tight as fuck. Yeah. I just, like I said, I don't really go to shows anymore. I just went to see him play at the guy, John Gallo or Steve Gallo, his birthday.
It's Mike Gallo's birthday.
Mike Gallo. I just met the guy, Mike Gallo. And
he's been in Agnostic Front for over 20 years now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Steve Gallo's brother, who he's...
Yeah, well, Stigma's band played.
Yeah.
Fire's Murder played, and I heard him, and I was blown away. His fucking band was tight as fuck.
Yeah, man. Are you going to be at the Amityville Music Hall show?
I don't think so.
Agnostic Front, Murphy's Law, Fire's Murder. Come on, bro.
When the podcast goes off, I'll talk to you for a second about it.
Okay. Well, I know it's sold out, and I got my ticket.
Yeah, well, I could always go with Artie,
Yeah. That's on, when is this?
March 2nd or 3rd.
April 6th.
Oh, April. Yeah, that's
Sunday,
right.
April 6th. Point blank, fire is murder, distress, violent way, Murphy's Law, agnostic front. That's a fucking show right there.
And Violent Way, I saw them for the first time.
I'm not familiar with them.
They're a skinhead oi band.
Yeah.
I like them. Because a friend of mine, it was the first show I've been to. This is about maybe 2 years ago tops. It's the first show I went to in so many years. And my friend's girlfriend took me because he couldn't go. And it was I forget the other names of the bands. It was California Skin Band. It was just like 4 oi bands. Okay. And it was fucking awesome. And I saw them play, and they were good. I liked them. So I would like to go see them play, but we got to see.
All right. We'll talk about it when we sign off.
Yeah, it's something, personal shit.
Yeah, no, I get it. Fuck. So now, I bet Artie would put something together with you. Why wouldn't he?
Well, right now right now I'm just, my first thing is I want to just get our old shit out there, and that's second thing. That's comes second for me right now. I got a lot of other shit, on my plate right now in life. Sure. I don't have a lot of time on my hands.
Right.
And work's gonna really kick in with him. I just started working with him like 6 weeks ago, and sometimes it's been slow, but we got a lot of work that's going to come up, and it's going to hit, and then it's just going to be very busy.
Yeah, of course. It's funny though because there was so many things like work, and then this happened and that happened, and I know that me and you, we were talking back and forth about. I made the flyer a long time ago and all this shit, and then I'm just like, I gotta fucking buckle down and find time also to sit down and fucking record with you finally. But at the same time, I was thinking for a while now too, I was like, I never asked Artie. And I don't know why I never asked him. Like, he played the Eddie Leeway benefit show that I put together and all this shit. And like, Artie's a great dude. And I'm like, and it crossed my mind a million times that I gotta get Artie on. So I hit you up. And then I hit him up literally right after. And I had no idea that you guys worked together. No clue.
I actually
worked together. He was like, wow, that's funny. Like, he's standing right next to me right now. I'm like, I had no idea.
Yeah. I worked with him like 20 years ago. And then he went on his own way. I went my own way. And then we just, we connected a while ago again because, we lost touch with each other. And then he just asked me about work. And I said, nah, I ain't got nothing right now. And he's like, I got a spot for you, if you're serious about work. And just got together with him. And, it's clicking in, it's good. It's good, it's comfortable working with somebody. Sometimes, you don't get along with people you're working for. And, the way I look at it, I don't care how much money you make. If you don't fucking enjoy going to work, then
it's fucking miserable.
It just doesn't do it.
It took me a long time, dude. I'm 49, but it took me. I'm at my job now a little over 5 years, and this is like the first job that I dread going into. You know what I mean? I make a decent living. I'm in a union. I have benefits and all that stuff. I make a decent amount of money. I have nice overtime. My boss is cool as shit. The guys that I work with, the cool as shit. So it's like, is it annoying and stressful sometimes? Of course it is. Am I on call? Like 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a fucking major leak happening in the building. I got to get up and go into the city. And sometimes, but that comes with the job. But then there's some days where I'm literally sitting downstairs in the locker room for 7.5 hours doing literally absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So those are the nice days. So you
got to take those days.
I take them, and I'm just like, you know what? This is awesome, but you can't never bitch and complain and fucking, whine about a busy day where you don't even have time to fucking think straight because there's weeks on end sometimes where it's just slow and nothing is going wrong and things are just good. So it took me a long time to get where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And I'll
never complain about work ever again.
No, man.
I'll complain, hey, I had a hard day, but I'm never going to I see guys that are like, oh, fuck, I got to go to work today. And it's just like.
Yeah, I don't have that. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, of course you get pissed off. You have a day.
Of course.
That's just
not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows, but.
Right. Yeah, that's just fucking life, bro.
Make the best out of it.
Yeah, 100%. So I have no fucking complaints. But yeah, it like you said, it all depends on who you're working for, who you're working with, And all of us guys are all the fucking same. We just break balls all day long. No one gets offended.
Makes the day go by.
Huh?
Makes the day go by.
All day long. All we do is abuse each other and laugh. No one gets offended. We always say there's no fucking feelings here. We don't do feelings here. And we just fucking rip into each other. Nothing is off limits. And it's just, and I laugh all day long. So I have no fucking complaints whatsoever.
You gotta enjoy life. It's definitely too short. I'd always say to these kids that I would work with at times, 15 to 30 takes forever. Once you hit 30, fucking just flies. It's a blink of an eye.
It's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like you see, like on Facebook and shit like that. Like this album came out 35 years ago today. I'm like,
yeah, I look at it and I was like, no.
I'm like, I was like at that record release show. That was 35 fucking years ago. Like that shit does not feel that long ago.
No,
not at all. And it's fucking scary that was 3.5 decades ago that shit happened, or whatever it might be. 40 years, like it's insane, dude. It's fucking crazy. You're 100% right. As you get older, it just gets quicker and quicker and quicker. That's why, like, I stack my schedule with doing shit. I travel as much as I can. I do this. I make fly. I'm always up to something. Always. It's like, yo, man, time waits for nobody, and I want to experience and do shit. So I wasted a lot of years, whether it was drinking and drugs for a long fucking time, or fucking bullshit fucking relationships with some fucking wacko that just always has to put a damper on everything. You know what I mean? It's just like, so it's like now, fuck.
Gotta be all about you.
Yeah, it's all, and people are like, oh, you're a selfish asshole. Fine. Okay. Goddamn right I am.
Yeah.
I protect my fucking peace and my own shit because I'm my own backup. I have no backup. I'm not like some like hot girl that could get a dude and next thing you know, your fucking bills are paid. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. Like I'm the fucking my own backup. So I do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it. How? I don't have to ask nobody. Are you okay with this? Is it so? Fuck that. I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, man. So what else is going on with you and fucking anything? You have any fucking good fucking bar brawl fucking stories, biohazard stories, tour stories where you want to kill somebody on tour?
I got a good one. Well, it wasn't really a brawl, but I'm sure you know Minus from Marauder, right?
Who doesn't know Minus?
I love that guy, dude. The way I met him, he's at a biohazard show, and these 4 guys surround me, and they want to fight. I don't even know what happened and what the case was. Right. I never met Minus before in my life. Okay. He just jumps in the middle. He goes 4-on-1. I don't think so. He goes, now it's 4-on-2. He goes, what the fuck is up? And these guys looked, they wanted no part. And then like he kind of just disappeared. I didn't see him again. I'm behind stage. It's a hazard show. And he goes, yo, I didn't know you down with the Brooklyn boys. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, you my nigga now, bro. Every time I saw him, I was just it was a weird way to meet someone,
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, he just jumped in. And he was just like, that shit's not happening here.
Yeah. That had to have been early.
Ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus was notorious, bro. He was notorious.
Yeah. That's when I met him. And then I met Kev from Bulldoze.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, man.
That's his soul. He was out of his mind.
Yeah.
That was a scary dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Saab was always around in the mix.
Saab, I met a few times, but I wasn't like, Minus I was friends with, after that,
Saab was
every time I saw him. And Rick, I don't think he still plays. He played the bass at the time.
Oh, Rick Lopez, the guy who used to play bass for Marauder.
Yeah, that's the guy. He was playing DA and Sunrise at the Ritz.
Gotcha.
Because I was like, yo, you know those songs, right? He goes, I know the song, but I don't know how to play it. Right. And he started helping us out. He started listening to it because I was like, fuck it. We're playing,
Yeah, I don't know if he plays anymore. I know that he did play.
I didn't see him in the pictures with them.
What's that?
I didn't see him in any pictures. When I see a picture of Marauder, I don't see him in there unless he just
No, not in Marauder anymore, no.
Yeah, okay.
No, that he was with Marauder, I think, up until the Master Killer record after Minus left and Jorge joined. I think it was the first record, and I don't know what happened after that. But I think that he was playing with another band. It just escapes me right now. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what Rick is doing.
Yeah, I never stayed in contact with him, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know Rick very well. I didn't know Minus very well. I mean, I knew him, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I knew Saab pretty good. Saab was a really good dude. He had a reputation, but if you knew Saab, he was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He looked like a maniac, but he was a sweetheart.
Yeah, I just, you know, me and Minus, after that, we just, I don't know, something with us clicked, you know?
Yeah. And Kevin Bulldoze, he's another story. Rest in peace, Kev.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was, yeah, when he was in the room, you kind of just, you know, things might happen. Things might go down.
Yeah. I remember Evan stopped the show. He's like, Kev, he goes on the microphone, he goes, you got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, no one will go on the floor. He was just smashing people. Like,
everyone. Yeah, man.
They actually stopped playing.
Yeah.
You know, another time we stopped playing in Jersey, I fucking cracked the back of my head open at the show. The thing's bleeding like a sieve. I ended up getting like 30 stitches.
Oh, no shit.
I didn't even know. I'm hammered. Yeah. And all of a sudden I hear Evans on the mic. He's like, what the fuck you doing, Bobby? He's like, oh, motherfucking boy's down. He's on the floor with me with his guitar, helping me. So I'm like, what? He goes, dude, you're gushing blood. So I actually went to the hospital in Jersey. They wrapped up my head. And then they were shooting the video for punishment the very next day.
Okay.
So I went left the hospital, got in a fight with the people at the hospital, went to South Nassau on Long Island, got stitched up, went to the video shoot the next day. And they told me to go, dude, what happened at the hospital? I go, what do you mean? They go, Lo, we all went to the hospital after the show, and they said you were cursing at people. You said, fuck you, this and that, and you walked out. I was like, I was there for 2 hours, dude. Yeah. They weren't helping me. I just left.
Fuck.
You know? But I couldn't get in the video because I got when they're walking down the bridge.
Yeah.
In the video, I got up front right there, and someone jumped off, kicked me in the back of the head. The stitches opened up. I was like, fuck this.
Fuck.
I can't do it. So I couldn't get in the video good. I had to sit to the side.
Oh, fuck. That's a legendary video. That's a fucking
I know. I was pissed, man, but I was like, fuck it. I don't care. I was there. That's all I know.
Yeah. But you have a good story, though. The reason why you couldn't be in there because you got kicked and your stitches opened up from the night before.
I almost had it. I almost had it on the video. It was Evan was like, yo, we want the video to open up. They wanted the camera to come close up on the back of my head because it still looked all raw. It was only like 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
And Paris, I think, directed it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's not a good look for your first video, you know. I don't think that's proper, this and that. And I was like saying to myself, motherfucker, my head would have been there, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been great. Because it looked so raw, you know, it's like a spider web. It's in like 3 different spots.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good show. I had a lot of good shows with Hazard, just taking them around. Bobby, again, that guy, we're going one day and he's like, oh, holy shit. I go, what's up? He goes, I forgot to feed my kids. I go, what? He goes, you got to stop at the store. He comes out with like 3 big things of lettuce.
Okay.
Looking at him. He goes, oh, come on up for a second. Go into his apartment. He opens the door. It looks like a jungle.
Yeah.
There's branches that go from corner to corner to corner, like in a 10 by 10 room. And he throws the big balls of lettuce in there, and these fucking iguanas come out. And just,
man.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. He was crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
I had to see him. They were late for the show. He didn't care.
You got to feed the fucking reptiles. Yeah, man. I don't know if you heard. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the episode I did with him, but I met him. First time I met him, before I even knew about Biohazard, I was like 11 years old. And my stepfather brought me to a pet shop on Utica Avenue in Brooklyn. And downstairs, it was called Marc's Aquarium. And downstairs was all the reptiles. And I went down there, and I was going to buy iguanas. And there's this guy, skinhead, POWMIA t-shirt.
Always.
No sleeves, rings on every finger. And I'm like, what's up, man? I have like an Anthrax t-shirt or some shit, like a little kid. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And he starts talking to me about all of his animals. And he sounded just the same in my head that he does now. And he's like, oh, I got a fucking Mojave rattlesnake in my house and this and that in a box and all this shit, and Bobby sold me my first 3 iguanas. I was like 11 or 12 years old. And the next thing you know, it's like 6 months later, here's the Biohazard demo tape. I go to Lemoore's, and that's the fucking guy who sold me my lizards is in this band. That's how I met Bobby. He sold me iguanas.
Yeah. Well, we both witnessed some iguanas with him then.
Oh, yeah. And then his iguana, Spike, who was like his main iguana, I guess, at the time, or his favorite. We were at the Crazy Country Club, and a whole bunch. Biohazard wasn't playing, but I go in there to see a local band or whatever friends of mine play, and I go over to the bar, and Bobby is sitting at the bar, and he's hammered. So I sit down. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, what's going on? And it was one of the first beers I ever drank. And I'm bullshit. He was miserable, and he was drowning in sorrows because Spike had recently died. And I was having a conversation. With him, like it's all right, dude. Like it's all right. Like your lizard's gone. I feel bad, but we were having this fucking heart to heart about this fucking dead lizard.
Yeah, that was important.
I was like 14 or 15 at the latest. Yeah, fucking funny, man.
Yeah, me and him got real close.
Yeah.
We used to get hammered, but he would, when I was driving him around, he wouldn't drink at that time. He wouldn't drink before he would play.
Right.
But the second he was done playing, me and him would just pounding him down, you know?
Yeah.
But he wouldn't drink before that. I know later on he did. I know they had a problem with that, but I got away from the scene for a while, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, not my business, don't know. Not my concern.
Yeah, but we just, you know, we had a good time, you know?
We all have or had our issues. I fucking sure as shit have my issues big time. So, you know, young and crazy, and sometimes people grow up and get out of it and survive, and a lot of people don't, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's an evil thing. It's fucking,
yeah,
it's the fucking devil, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's fucking misery, that's for sure. Fuck. Well, you know that we're going an hour already? How fast was that?
Oh shit! No, I don't. Like I said, I've never done this before in my life, so.
Bro, some people are like, oh, I don't know, what do you do? I'm like, what do you mean, what do you do? I'm like, I'm gonna send you a link and you click on it, and you're gonna see me and we're gonna talk. It's like voodoo. I don't know. That's what we do. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Reminiscing on some old stories and shit. And
yeah, it's good. That's why, like, I don't make fucking money off of this shit whatsoever. I only do it because I enjoy doing it. Like, I won't talk to just anybody just to have a guest on. I talk to people that, like, I dig their bands. You know, mutual friends, or I respect what they did or what they do. That's how I roll. Oh, you should try to get this person on. Why? I think their band fucking sucks. I don't care about them. I don't care if they fucking have 1 million followers on Instagram. I can give 2 shits about that. I don't care. What am I going to do? Fake it and pretend that I like their stupid band? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy chatting with you. I'm sure I've seen you at many shows, but
we've definitely been in this. Well, at DA shows years ago, yeah, but we've definitely been in the same room before, 100%.
But I'm going to try for that one in Amityville. I'll talk to you about it when we go off.
All right. Yeah, good shit. I do want to shout out my sponsor, though, properly before I forget, because sometimes I do forget. So my apologies, Marc. So shout out to Generation Records, located at 210 Thompson Street in the West Village here in New York City. Follow them on Instagram at Generation Records, and that's where hopefully maybe you'll pick up like the new unreleased 6-track EP from Disciplinary Action one day. That would be cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll put a name to it.
Yeah, or maybe not. Just, you know.
Probably not.
Yeah, fuck it. Why complicate the issue at this point? Fuck it. You have a trend going. It's just
it would make sense to have a name because we're not together, so
yeah, I don't know.
Let's just keep it like the first 2.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? But you would have to probably distinguish something, because people would be like, you know, what are you doing? What is this? But they're not gonna realize it's new shit. So maybe you just have to call it new shit.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck it, like I don't
new
know.
But old.
Yeah. Yep. New classics. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'll think of something.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll come up with something. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to.
I'm going to do it soon. We just finished remastering it all.
Awesome.
So, definitely do something with it.
Good. You're not on Instagram, are you? Or you are?
I'm on Facebook.
Right.
I am on Instagram, but I got a new phone number, and I got to get it clicked over to this number. Once again, like I said, I don't remember my password for Instagram. I don't know how to get it on here. I'm going to have to go to T-Mobile. They're going to have to do it for me because I have no clue how to begin to do it.
Right.
I couldn't even do my Facebook page. I had to have someone do the page for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I had a page a long time ago, and they deactivated my account.
Okay. Just for whatever reason? Or you posting shit that they didn't like?
I've never been in Facebook jail. It was all when fucking all the conservative people, they were just taking them off. And I didn't really post anything bad, but there was a couple pictures of me with some people on there, and I guess I don't know. All of a sudden I know the next day it was fucking taken down and I couldn't get back on. And I tried getting back on Facebook for years. Really? It would not let me go back on. So I got a new phone number, new email. Yeah. And I just put it on and it went up. Like, so now, only thing that goes on my Facebook page is just positive shit. There's no political shit. Yeah. I don't deal with that shit. I don't,
You're better off.
That shit,
You're fucking so better.
I got my own views, and they're my views, and they're the views with my personal friends if we have a discussion, but they're not for anybody else to fucking listen to.
True. I get it. Because it gets really fucking murky and fucking stupid.
I got people that are opposite of me that are my friends, and that we keep it like that.
Same here.
We don't talk politics.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I have friends that are complete opposite of me in every way, shape, form, and fashion. But I have respect for them, and I'm cool with them. We just don't discuss that shit.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I mean, I have some friends that I do discuss it with.
Me too.
They're calm about it. You get so many people that get all crazy and shit. I'm like, dude, I don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah, no one's at this age. Nobody's convincing nobody or nothing. Everyone's set in their ways.
Whatever they're doing up there, it's not going to really affect me much.
No, because at the end of the day, me and you, we both got to go to work tomorrow morning. So
exactly. So I could give a fuck less.
Exactly.
Let them do what they fucking want. Yeah. I just, I love my country.
Yeah.
I'm a patriot, and that's it.
Same here.
That's all I need to say.
That's it. I get it. I think we're probably on the level with each other.
Yeah, pretty much, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, cool, man. Well, listen, before I'll wrap this up, but then when I'll stop recording, but it won't be a recording, and then we can talk. It won't be a recording.
All right.
So we can talk about Amity. But I appreciate this, bro, and I'll definitely have you back on if you want to. Once you put out the DA shit.
Shit, yeah.
Fucking come back on. We'll fucking bullshit. Fucking play it. Fucking I don't care. Bring someone else on with you if you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, have somebody sit next to you. We'll just chop it up and shoot the shit. Whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Just let me know and we'll make it happen. And we'll make it happen sooner rather than later, not like this time. I'll make sure that
it was all good. I figured you were busy,
Sometimes I just get like fucking over. I have lists and shit in my phone of things. I'm like, what the fuck dates? And people are like, oh, we should go here. I'm like, dude, I can't. I have this over here. I have this going on. So, but what's good is that you're able to do it. A lot of people can't do shit during the week because they have wives and kids and jobs and whatever. So it was perfect that you and Artie in 2 days from now, we're on podcast time. So in 2 days from now, I'm recording with Artie, which will be basically he'll be probably sitting here with the same backdrop. But
he's like, I'm setting you up, Jeff, with the nice backdrop.
Nice, awesome.
He's a funny dude. He goes, make sure you wear your makeup.
Nice, cool, man. Well, listen, I appreciate your time. This is awesome. The kids, if the younger kids that are watching this or they're not familiar, just fucking search fucking disciplinary action and study your fucking lessons because there's a lot. There's a lot of bands that probably are directly and indirectly influenced by fucking disciplinary action that are still around, and you guys were influential because a lot of the bands back then had that impact on people, dude. You know what I mean? Like, look at VOD and Neglect. You're right in there with them at that time frame, that Long Island scene, that people fucking caught on to that shit. And people don't even realize it. Especially this younger generation that doesn't really dig and learn their history and shit. I sound like the old man right now. Like, fucking crotchety, fucking get off my fucking lawn shit. But it's true, man. So study your lessons and go back and listen to Disciplinary Action. so you can get like a little bit of a taste of what's going to be coming out, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Definitely.
Jeff, my man. Thank you, brother. I'll be definitely talking to you soon, bro.
Definitely.
Later.